Our main concern with these storms really going to be some flash flooding. Once it's all said and done, a lot of us will pick up about 2 to 4 inches of rain. As it continues that journey to the north and east, we will continue to see more heavy rain bands. The winds are going to be picking up here in South Mississippi. Beautiful weather today for cruising the coast, and I'm really happy to say it looks like the rest of the week is going to be really nice. The reason why it is expected to weaken is because the wind shear in the northern or northeastern Gulf is going to be a little bit stronger. But as we know around here, even just a little bit of freezing rain could cause some slick roads, especially on bridges and overpasses. Not only are we watching that tornado warning, there's actually a flash flood warning in effect for southern Hancock County. What we did see are actually called scud clouds, and they are often mistaken for tornadoes or funnel clouds, but thankfully they are not dangerous. The wind shear in the southern Gulf has been very low. The water has been very warm, and so it's been the perfect recipe for Milton to rapidly intensify. I have to admit, even when we were sitting in the storm tracker or even just my own car, you can feel the car shake around a little bit with that strong wind. As long as there's nothing brewing in the tropics, you know, we don't need any of that.
The good news so far, and you're going to talk about this, that thing out there, it's just an X. It's not even formed. So,
no, it hasn't even formed
yet. A little early
yet.
For all that.
Today, high temperatures expected to stay in the upper 30s. At least the ice is not going to be as much of an issue over the next few hours. But tonight, things are getting brutally cold. Things calming down a little bit more along the coast, but we're still looking at a pretty strong thunderstorm right over Picayune, right along I-59. But we can't completely rule out some higher gusts. And if that's going to be the case, we have a better chance of seeing some power outages. Watch here as temperatures climb up into the upper 60s and low 70s. That's an indication we may have some more instability in the atmosphere. This same storm is moving from Pearl River County into Stone County, and that's where that new severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect. We did drive a little bit on I-10 on the overpass of the intersection there at Highway 49, and I will say we did run into a slick spot. I've noticed right around the center we've got some convection, some towering clouds, and that is a sign that it has been able to strengthen. I'm looking at a heavy batch of rain over the water and along coastal Louisiana. Looks like that is heading in our direction, so rain is pretty much guaranteed tonight.
Now, WLOX First Alert Weather with meteorologist Taylor Graham.
There's a really good chance we're going to be breaking some record highs today. As for August 7th, the record high for Biloxi is at 98. For Gulfport and Moss Point, Pascagoula sitting at 99. And our forecast high today is above 100. We're aiming for a high of 101 this afternoon. So again, good chance we're going to be setting some new records by the end of the day. And of course, the humidity isn't helping us out. It's a little bit lower than what we had yesterday, but because temperatures are so high, it doesn't take much mugginess in the air to make it feel warmer. So heat index could be as high as 112 this afternoon. No surprise, we are under another heat advisory lasting pretty much all day today. And temperatures heading into lunchtime already in the low to mid 90s across the board. And this was as of 11 o'clock this morning. So as you can imagine, by the afternoon, we're going to be even hotter, especially with all of this sunshine. Satellite and radar very quiet here in South Mississippi and along most of the Gulf Coast at this point. Much different story up the East Coast, where they are still dealing with Tropical Storm Debbie. It is just not moving much at all. But we have more influence from an area of high pressure to our west, and we're still seeing some drier air moving in on the backside of Debbie, which means we're really not going to see much in the way of cloud cover, nor are we really going to see much rain at all over the next couple of days. And Debbie is still going to be hanging out along the East Coast over the next few days as well. In the upper levels, we have a big ridge of high pressure over the southern U.S. We're on the fringe of that, and we have that sinking air from that ridge of high pressure. That warms as it nears the surface, causing a lot more heat. And we also have sinking air still on the backside of Debbie. So all in all, it's a perfect recipe for record-breaking highs over the next day or so. And again, temperature-wise, we are going to be getting close to 100 this afternoon. So we are forecasting a high today of 101. Give or take a few degrees here or there across South Mississippi. No matter where you are today in South Mississippi, it will be blazing hot. As for tomorrow, I think Futurecast is underdoing our temperatures a little bit. I do expect many of us to be back right around 100 in the afternoon because we're going to have a lot more sunshine, and we're still going to be under the influence of the ridge of high pressure. So we're still forecasting a high tomorrow of 100 again on Friday. Maybe slightly cooler, if you even want to call it that. By Saturday and Sunday, we may get some lower humidity to move in at that point. It won't be too drastic, it looks like, but we'll take anything that we can get, I would say. And our rain chances are still looking fairly low as we head into the weekend, but we may have a slightly better chance of getting a few more isolated showers and thunderstorms. The humidity doesn't look like it's going away too much. There was some chatter, some hope that maybe we would get some lower humidity by the weekend. Like I expected, I was skeptical of that, and it looks like we are going to stay fairly muggy heading into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe some of our inland areas a little less humid, but this is the middle of August, and that is to be expected that the humidity is going to be sticking around. But at least we don't have any worries right now in the tropics. Again, Tropical Storm Debbie continues to hang around the East Coast, but now that the center is back over water, it actually strengthened. We have winds now at 60 miles per hour that will continue to slowly move up to the north and east over the next day or so. Finally, by Friday and Saturday, it will be lifting up to the north into parts of Canada. Still expecting quite a bit of rainfall for parts of South Carolina and North Carolina, but thankfully it will be moving out of the way by the weekend. Elsewhere in the tropics, we do have a tropical wave we're watching in the Caribbean, but chances are it's going to be interacting with land too much. So development chances have really dropped off, and that is good news. Not too worried about that system. As for your marine forecast, still looking a little choppy today offshore with seas at about 2 to 4 feet. Looks like we're coming up on high tide throughout the afternoon. Water temperature very warm, just shy of 90. And here it is going to be blazing hot over the next 2 to 3 days with high temperatures close to 100.